Hi everybody, this is Bredin of Insanity Industries, and I got a text this morning from our signal service updating us on those 3 trades I chucked on last night, or rather marked up last night, and then took a look at. And the text reads as follows. Unfortunately, unforeseen fundamentals last night took our stops on the UJ and the GA. Whilst the EN take profit was just out of reach as the pair moved 95 points in profit before retracing off support and also finding our stops. So that's 0 from 3 for last night's. Okay, here we go. These movements caught a few trade rooms by surprise last night. We're currently looking for and awaiting new setups. Okay, this is... I love messages like this from predictors and stuff when things don't work out. They go, oh, there was support and it rejected our trade. Well, then why the fuck was your take profit on the other side of it? Seriously. You don't expect price to cross support and resistance. You expect them to halt there, pause, and perhaps go through. You don't expect them to blow through and tag the price you want on the other side of them. It's a crazy, crazy statement. Unforeseen fundamentals. Well, that's interesting. Fundamentals. I just look at the charts and I trade off a daily. I don't look at the news. I don't look at these fundamental aspects outside of some really broad macroeconomic ones. And I seem to be doing all right here. Now, let's take a look at this unforeseen fundamentals. That's crazy. That's a weak excuse. I'm sorry. These movements fought a few trade rooms by surprise. So in other words, you weren't the only ones who took your eye off the prize. So here's the EN. Here's what happened. The entry was in here somewhere. The entry was in here somewhere. Came down. Right. So obviously, that's the bit of support that caught you. There's a surprise to anyone. We'll bring that back over to there. Have a little look. See, there we go. Right, there was a pointy place broken through, so that's it there, comes back up. Little pointy place, broken through, not surprised, you expect price to come back down onto the top of it, no big deal there. So pointy place, momentum, retrace onto it, that's how price moves. That's what it does. This here is, you get a rejection out of here because there's a whole bunch of sell orders in here. So they blow through. The only way that price can get back up here again is if all of those sell orders are gone. And now there are buy orders at this price level. There must be buy orders left over at this price level. So when price comes back down, it bounces out of it. Seriously, do you guys not know how markets move? Do you guys not understand order flow and the order stack? This is bonkers. And when I say unforeseen fundamentals, this was the fundamental right here. What do you mean not unforeseen? This just, sorry, that's a weak excuse. Weak. Totally weak. So you got in, it came in, it blew up, took you out and went. And when I said it was a great short, I took it off here. And look at this. Here's my markup. Look at this. Here it is. That's the line that price has to close below. Back down to the 4 hourly. We're closing below. That's not a close over. That's nothing. Nothing. I'm not out of this trade. If I'm in this trade, I'm not out of it. You got wicked out. Wicked out of a good trade. The most frustrating feeling in the world is to be wicked out of a trade. You clearly have money management processes which don't stop this, which play into the hands of these the big guys who hunt stops and so forth. Just as a side note, guys, brokers don't hunt stops. They don't have to. They really don't. Alright, so bang. Here you go. You got wicked out of a good trade. Good on ya. Well done. Brilliant. GA, here we go. I told you got blown out there, and then I said, this is your trade from here. There's the pause and the go. There's your trade. Look at this. No closes above it. What do we got on the H4? Close above. Might have got out of there. Close below. Get back in. Away we go. That's how you handle these. If we're going short and we're going down into here to get a piece of this. Alright, we've got to get past here now. Might have a bit of trouble. We've closed past. Might expect price to come back up into there. We might be looking for price to come into there, or maybe the next one up and then drop through. There's our short process. If we're making the short trade, if we're making the short trade and we're coming down and looking for the origin of the move, because that's what we would want. Look at it, got blown out of this straight away. No big deal. Look at this. Look at that. Nothing important has happened there. That's a nice piece of trade we've got coming up here. It's going to be fun. UJ, we got blown out. Now I said it was a reasonable attempt at a short out of this sort of zone down here. I must apologise. My computer restarted in the middle of the night, and MT4 lost all my markups, so I had to really quickly run through and redo them again. That was a reasonable long. You would have got out of this. You would have stopped out there. There you go. Got a close over, close out, and now we are waiting on price. We've got these closes down there to come back up into here and continue on down. That's what we were expecting now. Alright, so there you go. I said it was a reasonable. I got this one wrong too, because we're obviously done with this piece of ranging pattern in here. So here we go. Here was the EN. You got wicked out. Oh man, I hate getting wicked out of a trade. That they hurt. They hurt. And in here, once again, you really got wicked out of this one. You were just early. Picked the wrong spot. Got early. Here's the UJ now. Quick note. As I told you, I chucked a small position at the EU when I said that's a long. Let's go. Go. Because we're going up to the top up here. It's looking pretty good for my trade at the moment. I closed out in here. I've added more petrol in here. I've pulled my position up. So when I entered, my position was way down here. Now my position is much closer to in here, protected by layer after layer of support and resistance. I've got plenty lot size coming up into this, and if I get above this and ride this all the way up to here, I will be so aggressive. By the time my price pops up into here, my position will be heading down here with a few layers of support and resistance protecting me. It will be fun. I'm enjoying this trade. It's working out real well. As my students know, I only trade one pair at a time. Happy to do markups for guys, happy to give them my thoughts, happy to be shown whether I am right as in this case and this case, or wrong as in this case, but knowing that you get out in here, no big deal. That's a small loss, tiny loss, tiny loss. Alright, I just realized I forgot to talk about the NJ, which we had 2 trades out of, one last week and one earlier this week. Which were varying shades of spank for the signal service, and I remember I talked about this being the origin of this move, and that's where price would go, and we had to do it off the hourly. There we go. We picked the origin of the move. Price came down and tagged it exactly, and I was saying this was short the whole way. Bang, got it. How good is that? How good is that? So this is Bredin of Insanity Industries, helping you make more money by sucking less.